It's always easy to connect the dots in hindsight, but sometimes you can point to an exact moment in time where something changed forever.
It's 12 of the most insane games. I wouldn't want it to end any other way.
A new era of star players. The last gasp of an iconic trio.
I've always been an IGL.
MMB is back, baby.
And an epic comeback from one of its fallen members.
That 1 week split for them was definitely worth it for Benjyfishy, and clearly was the right decision.
A potential three-peat for Tayson.
Tayson's going to be looking to make it back to back to back. He wants to be a 3-time FNCS champion.
A German trio that brought new meaning to the word aggressive.
Vadeal is insane, and he doesn't lose those.
One of the most dominant competitive seasons from a trio.
Once they've locked together as a trio, these guys have not placed worse than 5th in a tournament. Not worse than 5th.
And an iconic winning moment to cap off Grands.
Let's go!
Here's the story of Chapter 2, Season 5 EU FNCS, a tournament that transformed the region and Fortnite forever. Coming off of Stark season, a second peak of Fortnite, people were excited.
Yo! So, what are you waiting for? Oh my god, dude!
Big creators were coming back.
We did get the announcement of who Cypher, PK, and Nick Merck's trio will be, and is none other than G2 Coop.
And while the season did not quite live up to Chapter 4, it was still very good. There was a balanced and unique loot pool, like bouncers for mobility. The shotguns, which included attack, charge, and dragon, were balanced, even if some pump lovers were disappointed. And 5 POI changes, along with a new biome, kept the season interesting. But competitive would have to carry its weight.
Hey, did you bring the cavalry?
And boy, did it.
I am the cavalry.
And when the FNCS qualifiers started, EU was dominated by 2 storylines. The insane dominance of Hen, Giannis, and Chapix.
Clearly being the most dominant team in this season by a long shot across pretty much every game mode.
They started off the season strong with a 2nd place in the Trio Cash Cup, then placed 1st in Week 1 qualifiers, then 1st in a Cash Cup just a few days later, then 1st again in the next Cash Cup.
Wow.
Then they came 3rd in Heats, going into Grand Finals with a ton of momentum. But where they succeeded, another trio struggled. Not just any trio, the trio, MMB.
Me, Mongraal, and Mitro are now back as a trio.
Mongraal and Mitro were the defending FNCS champions in what we call the most entertaining FNCS. We'll put the link at the end of this video.
Let's go! Let's go!
But their trio mate Tayson split with them. Their chemistry was always interesting, and people suspected Mongraal and Mitro stopped grinding after their championship. So, come FNCS, they were looking for a trio, and they made headlines.
Are we seeing the return of the legendary Mongraal, Mitro, Benjyfishy?
Bringing back Benjyfishy to remake the iconic MMB, the trio that took the Fortnite world by storm in Season X.
Mongraal, the infantry rifle. Watch the shots. Non-stop hit after hit.
And while the content popped off, they would struggle. Benjyfishy would leave for a Hail Mary qualification attempt starting in Week 2, teaming up with veterans Matzo and Umplify.
Moving on to the last part of the MMB split, we have Benjyfishy finding his trio playing with Umplify and Matzo, and they did well. They got 146, finishing on 179 points. They got 2 wins out of their 10 games.
And while missing a week of points, and the fact that they did not play with each other meant their odds were long. In their first week, they would play great together.
50! Crash! He's in zone! Nice! Let's go!
Placing 2nd in their first qualifier. And in their heat, more of the same. Placing in 4th, getting Slurpy Swamp uncontested for Grand Finals, an insane recovery that proved just how good Benji was. Mongraal and Mitro, on the other hand, struggled.
We've had another week of a pretty poor performance overall.
They missed heats, capping off a very disappointing title defense from an iconic duo. But as some fall, others rise. And this was an FNCS where a new crop of stars were emerging on EU. Merstach, Malibuca, and Veno all played in their first Grand Finals. Cammy, Setty, and Teeq played their first tournament as a trio. Same with the hyper-aggressive German trio, Rezon, Noahreyli, and Vadeal. Flikk, Anas, and ThomasHD came into grand finals at the top of their game. Snazy, Xweez, and Andalex were the top French team. Tayson, who was looking to threepeat, teamed up with Mr. Savage and iDrop. And Hen, Giannis, and Chapix looked to continue their hot streak. Favorites were all over the place going into the finals, but the games aren't played on paper. So let's get right into it.
Let's get right into it.
Starting off with ThomasHD hitting a perfect snipe.
Against ThomasHD's trio here, who are 19 below, and Thomas connects with the snipe, and that's going to be a huge snipe. Not only
in endgame, Pink, Stompy, and Trulex have height, and Trulex is frying.
Trulex on height is making sure this is the most difficult game any low ground player can play inside Europe.
Hen goes down after reaching the top 10.
Sense of authority, no presence to stop them. Hen goes down.
And win.
3 different people dropping beams, heavy ARs, and every item alike. A harpoon trying to bring them away from godhood, but it's not possible towards the low. Trulex actually going down, racks over the god play. They get the full finish. He's down for a sliver of HP. The returns here, the clap back, but it's not possible from the storm. Stompy makes sure that they can taste the boot of high ground.
On to game 2. Into endgame, Stompy, Pink, and Trulex have height again.
But look who's at height up there on the other side. It is Stompy, Pink, and Trulex.
And Benjyfishy is picking up eliminations on low ground.
On the low ground and mid ground, Benji picking up a knock. This is Benji, and he gets a complete knock on Snag right there.
Low and low, they have to be careful though. Benji Amplified Mats will be next to their box. Drop down instantly, and Light taken out in a flash.
He, Matzo, and Amplify are the last full trio and pull out the win.
Now it's a battle between the team that's been mopping up the floor versus the team that's going on height. It might go down a heel game, but remember, Shiloh, the wood builds above are not strong and they're running out. Stompy's down the wood builds, and you hear the chop going down from the team down below. Matzo with some big tags, Amplify with some big tags. Benji gets tagged. Benji with the flick of the wrist.
And after an insane journey to make grand finals, Benjyfishy, Matzo, and Amplify win game 2 and jump to second as Trulex, Pink, and Stompy hold their lead. With 50 players left, Benjyfishy goes down.
Benji going down to the feet.
Oh, Benji went down to the feet. Oh no, Raxel takes him out.
Trulex makes an aggressive rocket play, wanting to hold first place.
But now with 17 trios alive, it's all about placement. Pink's trying to gain control right now with a huge rocket from Trulex. They don't care.
Flikk, Thomas, and Anas stop Pink, Trulex, and Stompy from going 3 for 3 on their height takes.
Anas pushing up for height as well. It's Flikk who has it, but it's a big fight all the way up top. Flikk building all the way out, looking for some damage all around to Pink, who's trying to get height again. It's not going to be possible. Thomas and Flikk take him down. A pincer movement vertically.
Hen is solo clutching, but goes down to Mr. Savage.
For a moment, and now you have Raxo here on the low ground in, getting a knock on iDrop, so close, but walks out the door.
Who goes down to Queasy and his trio.
We gotta take a moment to breathe here, but Savage does not have that opportunity.
Anas starts cooking.
Anas, ThomasHD on height. Now they have to come down because so much mats have been expended, but they're not afraid. They're going down into the fray, getting some big time elims. Anas cooking up 7 elims between ThomasHD.
And Mosh and Kiko win the game.
Barely any damage on the field. Oh no! Swag goes down, and 2 big pumps on the backside flank. It's huge by Mosh. What a win!
The standings change very little, but Thomas, Anas, and Flikk take third. Straight to game 4.
Third place. They were third going into this match. Gone already, brother.
Stompy is a solo and in shambles early on, as first place is suddenly in play. In mid-game, Hen's trio and Tayson's trio both get into some trouble.
Right now, Hen is just caught in the waves. Caught in the luscious locks of damage happening. All the way up top on this side. There's nowhere he can really move. There's not a decision he can make. Savage goes down here because of this. There's no room to actually make something of yourself right now.
Tayson goes down, and Hen is a solo. Into endgame, Vadeal, Rezon, and Noahreyli, who have been quiet so far, spray down from height as Matzo desperately hangs on. Setty and Teeq, who have lost their trio mate Cammy, look to clutch as much placement as possible.
Setty and Teeq are getting focused by Rezon. Meanwhile, everyone on the backside is getting completely deleted. They're gone. Melgar taken out by Teeq as well. 4 elims for him, 6 for the total trio.
Teeq finally goes down after a spirited solo clutch.
Rezon and Vadeal, Noahreyli are going to just apply a lot of pressure, and they're going to get right into your face. Teeq now has no fluffers on the down right, and Teeq gets found by Mexi's trio.
Rezon holds off a crazy height push and hangs on for the win.
Can't do much at all. The shots available. Rezon looking down, takes some damage. No shields, health ticking. It's so close. Rezon, no heals too. It's going down to the wire, and Rezon gets the last shot.
And on the back of that massive game, they take first. In Endgame, Hen, Giannis, and Chapix take height, looking for a big game after decent consistency.
Chapix and Janice have height.
Flikk, Anas, and Thomas wipe a trio.
Through really fast, pushing forward. Someone's on their layer. It is Sniper Patty. They're going in, box side as much as possible. The defense is a little bit strong. They're going to try to find another angle, and they're just one grid away. They catch Sniper finally, trip him up and grab him by the ankles. That's where they want to be.
Then Flikk gets another.
2 shots, Thomas finds another. Now with a big foot round, it's almost there. Flikk is insane.
Hen, Giannis, and Chapix rain down from height as Benjyfishy and Matzo need to hang on, and Cammy, Setty, and Teeq look to have another strong game.
And Chapix and Janice are looking to elevate all the way from 4th. Can they use high ground to have a foothold for first place in this tournament? That is the big question. Janice drops on all the way below. Benji is down.
And Cammy takes out Matzo.
Cammy on the backside, Setty's there too. They're all diving in the same box, and Matzo gets the lead.
Hen takes out Cammy, and they wrap up an 11 elimination win.
Chapix down below, it's Setty, Cammy, and Teeq.
Boom! Big slide, 116 right there. Big tag from Hen, and they're almost going to wrap up this nice victory royale. They have the cabbages at height, and they have the dogs down below. Actually, Hen gets hit. Can Janice? Yes, there it is. The connections are real. Hen picking up a 2-piece, and Janice picking up the elim on Setty.
Grabbing on to first with Benji, Matzo, and Amplify in second place. In Endgame, Rezon, Vadeal, and Noahreyli are in big trouble, and Rezon is left as a solo.
Look at this, the defense is real. One ramp stopped Rezon, Vadeal, and Noahreyli from getting some elims, and now the trades are coming back. Rezon playing the price here, Blackie playing some shots, Vadeal going down.
In Endgame, Trulex, Stompy, and Pink, who have been falling down the leaderboard, make an aggressive height push.
More he can survive with an RPG right above. Trulex is still RPGing opposite height. They're making an alpha play to get all the way up top. They're cranking for it. Oh my goodness. And I think they have it.
They have it, but at how much mat cost would it be?
Amplify tries to clutch as much placement as he can.
This is out, so Amplify, Matzo, and Benji, who lost Benji. Now it's up to Amplify to clutch by himself.
Pink, Trulex, and Stompy go down.
Trulex and Pink, though, get knocked. Stompy taken off of height. It's Artox.
Virox takes out Miro, then goes down to Cammy.
Cammy's trio is still here, and on the backside, hello! Return to sender. Miro gets knocked and hit right in the jaw.
Now Cammy, Setty, and Teeq look to take control.
Trades, Pizza, still alive on high ground. Big shots down below. Cammy has a med kit. Was it timed properly? It's going to come down to the wire. It was. One more flopper to get as well. Can Pizza find him? He can't! And with position and just awesome low ground gameplay, Cammy wins that one out.
And take the lead. It is a very exciting leaderboard with fan favorites like Benjyfishy, ThomasHD, Vadeal, Noahreyli, all in the top 5. Plus, Hen, Giannis, and Chapix are lurking. On to day 2. In early game, the flaws of the famed drop spot, the Cammy split, become apparent as Cammy, Setty, and Teeq go down early.
We saw Cammy's team, Setty and Teeq, actually be the first trio to go out in the first game, unfortunately.
Vadeal, Rezon, and Noahreyli wipe a team.
It's not going to work because right now they lose one a trade. 2 trios lose trade. Now Deceptos goes down. Kenzel goes down. Advise, there's some big time names. Advise goes down in feed way back low, but let's focus here as Vadeal and Noahreyli clean up the mess.
Hen headshots Merstach, whose trio would end in 19th. Noahreyli and team make an insane height play with an RPG.
They roll in, Vadeal, Noahreyli are following right behind. They can jump right on top. A mid-air RPG! Okay. Noahreyli, you're too dynamic.
He goes down, but Rezon and Vadeal take it. Benjyfishy goes down after a decent game where they made a push for first. Flikk goes down.
This is perfect opportunity for Hen to pop off. Can Flikk pop off? No, he gets popped instead.
Giannis goes down, leaving Hen as a solo. And it's a great endgame fight.
Kind of a stalemate between both sides. Vadeal, Rezon trying to just puncture these boxes more with shots, with a little bit of piece control, but it's not possible. Rezon drops down from the right side, gets Kiko. He gets traded. I think it's a 1v2 now. No, it might just be a 1v1 Slender versus Vadeal. Okay, let's see what we got. Big bouncer, big shot, 100, followed by 5 more. Vadeal is insane, and he doesn't lose those.
But Vadeal puts the finishing touches on an unbelievable game, retaking first, and Hen, Giannis, and Chapix leapfrog Benjyfishy, Masso, and Amplify for second. Game 8 would be epic, starting with Rezon taking out Stompy to completely wipe that trio.
Evolve around that little big mound there. So we'll keep an eye on that. It's not Vadeal's trio there that's fighting right there, and Stompy goes down. So that means once again, Noahreyli, Vadeal, Rezon is going to hold on.
Tayson, Savage, and iDrop look to make their mark on the tournament as they are outside the top 10, but they get cut off by Snazy, Andalex, and Xsweeze.
They're going to move up. Andalex is going to tarp up, slowly ramp up, and he may cut off Savage's trio, and they do.
They grab right up top over the leaderboard, 9th place, dropping down.
Hen, Giannis, and Chapix hold on to height.
And Chapix and Janice, who are still controlling height.
Mr. Savage goes down.
Close to the top 3, that's huge too. Lucky number 13 with players. There's a big beam from Xsweeze. He gets down Savage.
And Hen, Giannis, and Chapix pull out the win.
Damage out on this lobby here. Now Flikk is taking some damage. Flecken is in. Hen gets it right then. Hits Flecken right down. Gets down and out. Hen is on a tear. Now he's looking for Bayon. He has to find him. Bayon has a lot of health advantage. Down goes Hen. But it's Chapix at height. Can Chapix? Yes! Chapix is able to close the door on that valid attempt there with 8 limbs.
And establish a big lead. The story of this game was frankly the insane rotation. The Wild Mountain Zone sees Veno in his first grand finals take height with his duo Patty and Knifer. And the lobby thins out as too many players to count fall. As it comes back down the mountain, Rezon goes down after a solo clutch.
Took all of that away here. So yes, they might get that victory royale, but they're not going to capitalize on that valuable position, like we said, where you could get 5 elims, and Rezon finally goes down.
And Patty and Knifer take the surprising win after second place somehow gets a revive off and gives them a real scare. Super weird endgame.
Can Erican pick up? He's going for the rest. I mean, it's still a lot of zone left because so many people went down early. Knifer and Patty still have this opportunity, but this is going up over the mountain. This is not going to look good, but Erican is not going to give up. They're going to grasp as much as possible. This is still up for them here. I don't think Patty and Knifer, they're not going to go down. They're going to try to hold on, but if they were any kind of aggressiveness, this could work out for Patty and Knifer, but Erican and Blackie here getting closer and closer to height.
At World's Edge, and they finally find a way to jump over. Patty though denies it. You win with a big clap back. Blackie is left at the bottom of the mountain. Does he have any heals is the question. 40 seconds of time he has to buy, and Knifer has 2 floppers. The Fishman on top of the mountain with the big shots wins the game.
Veno and his team would end in 20th, but this was a great launching point for an iconic career. On to game 10. Before endgame, Benji, Matzo, and Amplify, who have stayed consistent up to this point and were holding down third, are in a bad situation.
And going down, so it's going to be a duo of Deceptos and Wakey to get the job done. But Benji, Amplify, and Matzo, all eyes of the EU region are watching this rotation as Benji does go down from the lobby focus. It looks like, oh my goodness, Matzo.
Before endgame kicks off, Chapix goes down.
First place trio though, Chapix is down.
Giannis and Hen go down, and all of a sudden, first is in play.
Janice is down. Hen will be the last alive here. It's almost over for him too. The first place team might be stopped in their tracks.
2 trios are left to capitalize. Flikk's and Noah's. Noahreyli, Vadeal, and Rezon take height.
Oh my goodness, and now we have a top team at height.
How far can Noahreyli really take this with Vadeal and Rezon? A harpoon to keep their refreshes all the way up top. The mats are going to be looking good. The ammo looking good too. And the low ground might be pulling up some elevation, which is huge for this team.
This will be a huge opportunity to get to the top 5, and hundreds of thousands of dollars will be exchanged. Paco gets focus. Down goes Paco. Now Snazy's on the backside looking for some elims as possible. Andalix is on the front side trying to tarp his trio to a beautiful tunnel to get as many elims as possible. Pablo Wingo now is on the backside in trouble. Kiko in the top 10 is in trouble as well. Getting focus from height. He's going to have to retreat. Look at the feed light up with all the people from the backside of the storm. But that just gives Noahreyli, Vadeal, and Rezon all the opportunities to walk away with the victory royale.
Noahreyli goes down.
He trades shots. Noahreyli goes down.
And Vadeal is in another 1v2.
Huge divide from high to low. They're trying to focus and stop Vadeal. They're going for it. Vadeal with a big shot. Squeeze is going to be taken out by Vadeal.
And Snazy wins.
And almost 1 second. No. And Vadeal can't win it out. Snazy is there.
But we have a new leader. Game 11 starts with a clear message.
This is where they were being contested, but Vadeal, Rezon, and Noahreyli, they're just too scary to contest.
And on cue, they wipe a trio.
Guys, it could be over.
All right, here we go. This is an intense situation. Big tags on EDQ to start off this engagement. It's going to be a big, valuable, wow.
But Vadeal goes down, and all of a sudden, they're in big trouble. And before they can add to their lead, Rezon goes down, ending their game. ThomasHD, Anas, and Flikk take height.
And look at height. It is ThomasHD, Anas, and Flikk going against Pizza's trio.
Hen, Giannis, and Chapix are cooking on low ground, taking out Tayson and Savage.
And they have a big fight with Tayson and Savage. That's going to be a big layer-to-layer fight engagement here. Let's go down low. Cubics gets taken down by Hen. Hen, Janice, and Chapix are fighting together. They're looking strong. They're usually down to duos, but as a trio, they're still deadly, and they take out Tayson easily.
But they go down, possibly grabbing first.
And big chunk splashes to keep him alive in the zone. What a pocket play right there.
Chapix
But
goes
Gil
down.
Gamma is still
Janice
up top.
goes down.
They're reading down big beams. Just one left. It's Hen.
Hen
Can he
goes
make the
down.
difference?
Flikk and Anas wipe Benji and Matzo.
Flikk, Anas, and ThomasHD now has an opportunity to keep moving up the board considering second place is down. Huge opportunity now. It's 11 elims and a top 3 finish, but they want more than that.
And fight off Cammy, Setty, and Teeq for the win.
Flikk are about to kick the door wide open. Cammy, Setty are holding on as much as possible. This trio has had a bad day all day long, but you know you could shake off an L with a big fat W, but Flikk says take this L, Setty, right to the chest. Flikk, Anas, and ThomasHD cannot be stopped, and they pick up Teeq. Oh my goodness, this trio from a blaze from up high is now putting so much pressure on Cammy, and Cammy's deep with the heels, but he's getting big time tagged in the back. But wow, what a finish from ThomasHD, Flikk, and Anas, baby.
And Hen, Giannis, and Chapix take a narrow lead, with Thomas, Flikk, and Anas moving within striking range. On to the final game, where a historic early game fight and an insane winning moment were coming.
We're going into the final game of the FNCS with, what, an 11-point gap between first, second, and third?
Yep.
You know, it doesn't get much better than this.
Vadeal, Noah, and Rezon get aggressive off the rip.
But I now, okay, let's put that on pause. This is big here. All of a sudden, the Holly Hedges team, who's been getting hit all day, now are going to decide to fight back. And this is going to be a big engagement for Noahreyli, Vadeal, and Rezon. They have to survive this. They do get aware really nicely right now. But wow, Legend here and Karma could stop the ride for right now for Vadeal, Noahreyli, and Rezon. We're talking about $100,000 on this line in this engagement here. But still, there's some money from Legends Trio, but they're stepping up to the plate. Nice play from Noahreyli, Vadeal, and Rezon, taking 2 of them out.
Then, while first and second are rotating, they meet.
Hen versus Noahreyli and Vadeal right now.
But Noahreyli gets disconnected from the game.
Noahreyli's game crashed.
And Giannis and Hen take the opportunity to push.
We have Vadeal's trio going up against the duo of Noahreyli, who's out already. It's going to be up to Vadeal here, the duo here. This is going to be a big box fight, Child. Big box fight right now. $100,000 box fight happening right in front of our eyes here. Rezon trying to do his best to survive this pressure. Coming in from Hen, Janice, and Chapix here. The way Vadeal now, it's doing it all its best in the metals, holding on. This is a big defensive play from this duo here, and Rezon gets sniped in the back. Rezon gets hit, and that's going to be a big time flaw right now. And Vadeal's going to have to do all that he can to hold on. This is second place in shambles, now being pressured by first place here. Vadeal doing all that he can to hold on, going through all of his hard mats, retreating back to old builds, trying to find a moment to breathe here. $100,000. Big chug splash, giving him a moment here. He's gonna need that purple tag to do some big damage here to stop the pressure, but it may be just a little bit too much here for this great decorated player from the EU region. They're not gonna let him go, Child. There's no way. They know who's in front of them. They understand that this is gonna be a big opportunity to slow down somebody that's gonna try to catch them. Janice, Hen, Chapix, get the second place team out of this match.
Giannis, Hen, and Chapix neutralized their biggest competitor. In Endgame, first and third are the only two contending teams still up.
We saw a $100,000 box fight. Now we see a $100,000 rotation that's going to happen right in front of our eyes.
Then Flikk makes a crazy 1v3 that really makes us miss Siphon.
Very dangerous for Flikk, Thomas, and Nas here. They're still wanting some fights here. They understand it. DKS getting some big hits. Black and ThomasHD, he's in trouble. No shield. That's almost knocked there on Nas, Flikk, and ThomasHD. So far survivors, but look at it, Shio. The tree slows them down, but so much Siphon's coming through to that fight. Flikk is running as much as possible to get in. This is such a crazy rotation, and they're surviving.
How?
And now
both teams continue to deal with a gauntlet of rotation, but third goes down.
Control height, don't think majority of the points. Thomas gets big flipped on, but I think they almost find an Elam. Yes.
Oh no!
Anas kind of gets it, but Flikk is down. Thomas is down, and Anas is wiped.
And Hen, Giannis, and Chapix unleash an iconic victory lap.
To make up a little bit of gain here, as Hen's getting tagged, Chapix is getting tagged, and they find some saving grace in the steamy stack. They're able to fly up it and slow down that pressure from the backside. Oh. It's just going to be a matter of moments before we crown them. Look at them. They're not only going to walk in with style, but they're going to do it with so much pizzazz as well. They were surviving that crazy steamy stack finish here. They no doubt are now going in, and they're going to get some more tags. They're not happy with just the victory. They want to do it with a big time statement.
And with that elimination, it will be a 2v2 all the way towards the very end. Seen it multiple times today, but this is for the lock-in. Big retake by Hen, unstoppable. And now dropping down onto iDrop with the big shot. 1-2, 3 to the head. He's insane. Hen and Janice, alongside Chapix, have done it. The champions of Europe.
And they cap off one of the most dominant competitive seasons in history. Looking at the final leaderboard, Thomas, Flikk, and Anas jump to second. The lovably aggressive German trio falls to third, and Benjyfishy and team hold on to fifth. Cammy, Setty, and Teeq, who were in first after day one, fall to sixth, and Tayson cannot complete the three-peat, coming in eighth with Mr. Savage and iDrop. Mitro would qualify for just one more grand finals. Mongraal has not qualified for one since, but as of the recording of this video, he's cooking again.
Mongraal just played the most recent Cash Cup with Mr. Savage, and he managed to qualify to the finals.
This would be Benji's last top 5 FNCS placement.
I am officially quitting competitive Fortnite to pursue Valorant.
Countless players like Cammy and Setty, Veno, Merstach, Tayson, Chapix, Hen, Vadeal, Giannis would go on to win one or more FNCS championships, building on momentum from this tournament. Many represent the stars of the region today. Bob Dylan once said, "The loser now will be later to win." Times are always a-changin'. Dear viewer, so stay hungry and stay patient. Your time is coming. Thank you for watching. Like, sub, check out our other videos. We have linked our video of Mongraal, Tayson, and Mitro's insane FNCS win in Stark season.